right, we have a 22-year-old man, homeless man, named Jose David Morales Hernandez, who pretended to be a spiritual healer to molest young boys.
Of course.
Okay, so what he would do is he would go into homes, and in one specific case, he would go into a home and he would convince a mother and her two boys to strip down and get naked. And then he would take each boy into their rooms, turn off the lights, and sodomize them.
Yes, and he's a guy, but he dresses as a woman, and he calls himself Nicole Morales. That's not the problem at all. No, interesting. All right, but the real problem lies in he claims to be the divine master. That's the other thing he calls himself, which is the much bigger problem, and that he is a Mayan priestess. Now, here's what I'm not doing. I'm not letting a Mayan priestess strip my 12 and 13-year-old boys and take them alone into a room. That's just not what's happening in the Uyghur household, okay? So don't bring that shit in here, okay? And some 22-year-old guy that looks like that comes in and says, no, I am the divine master. My guess is I'm thinking, no, you're not, okay? And here's what you're not going to do is strip my kids naked.
Yeah.
Let alone go into the room with them where I can't see you. I mean, if he asked me, can I do that, I'd answer, hell no, you can't! Okay, so not buying it, can't play with it, can't win with it, can't do it.
You're being extremely nice to the mother, because I think she's crazy for allowing that man into her home. I think she's crazy. I don't want to be too mean to her, but how can you not?
Yeah, and then she says, come to find out that after he stripped them naked, he was playing around with them in the room where I couldn't see him. Of course!
Yeah.
Of course he was! I mean, so I hear you. I just feel bad because obviously she's not that bright. I'm going to keep it real, okay? I mean, if you're believing in Mayan priestesses dressed up as transgendered, overweight people, right? And that's got nothing to do with anything. I'm just saying the dude calls himself the divine master. Yeah, I mean, obviously not all your marbles are there. And so I feel terrible for the kids, most of all.
I feel like I have certain crusades when it comes to kids and parents, young kids and parents putting their young kids in certain situations or allowing them to be in certain situations. Because I should make the comparison because we saw the picture of the guy, and he's obviously looks crazy. People leave their kids with priests at fucking church. It's the same thing.
Again, I don't think that's the same thing.
That's not the you're leaving your kid with a stranger. It's happening to kids.
No, Jared, here's a couple of differences.
Okay. There's a couple of differences.
I know the similarities are that one is a Catholic priest and the other one is a Mayan priestess. Okay. And look, I get that they look different. To me, the biggest thing is, one, this person has no credibility. Okay. I mean, they claim to be the divine master, etc. Okay. I know some people who are not religious will say the priest doesn't have credibility, but a lot of people would disagree with that, especially if they grew up in that church. And
as you just said, I'm the only one who believes in God in this whole studio, so it's not like I'm going on that brand.
No, I hear you. But the main thing is, he stripped them naked before he took them in the room.
Yes.
Now, if you said to me, hey, I got a Catholic priest, and he's stripping the kids naked and taking them to the rectory.
How long have we been hearing about that happening? It's been happening.
JR, it's just inappropriate conduct, okay? And what was the quote from earlier? What did the guy say about him? God, they had a great euphemism for it. He showed irrational exuberance or something like that. He was just a little too exuberant with the kids. And same with the Mayan priestess.
And like I said, I'm not saying there's a direct connection. I'm just saying people don't think. So you can tell them anything and say, hey, look, I'm this and that. I have this power. Give me your kid. And people do it. And you guys are talking about how religion's going to go away. I don't think it's going to go away because people are controlling it. The problem with religion isn't religion. It isn't, the whole divine and this and that, and there's a higher power. It's people controlling the message of it and using it for their own worldly reasons, really. Mm-hmm. And they're just humans. People forget that, hey, guess what? That priest, he's a dude, and he likes your little boy. That's just all we're forgetting that. So then just because this guy's homeless and crazy, now we can say, look out for this guy. Yeah, look out for this guy. And don't be stupid. I don't know. I'm not sure where something disconnects. And as long as there's going to be people in the world, there's going to be dumb people in the world. And they're going to let their kids get molested like this.
All right. I have one other thing to say about this. The mom realized that the boys acted, quote, different after each session. But she still didn't report it to the police. She only reported it after the 12-year-old said, yeah, he's sexually abusing me. So that goes towards Anna's point of culpability on the mom's part for being so thick.
Yeah.
And
look, I just want to say one thing about JR's point. Like, I agree with what JR is saying to an extent, but I just think it's unfair to make a blanket statement about priests in the Catholic Church as a whole. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you have to that everyone's going to do it. Don't get that misconception. I'm just saying some of them are doing it. Why trust any of them? I mean, I'm sure there may be somebody, you may go to a masseuse and he won't molest you. He may strip you down and actually just give you a shoulder rub and your back rub. Some just might not. So there's some that will do it and there's some that won't. Why trust any of them with your kids?
Yeah, well, look, this is the way when I have kids, right, this is the way I'm going to treat situations like that. I'm not comfortable leaving my children with anyone, okay? Whether it's a priest, whether it's, I don't know, a nanny. I just don't trust people.
Can't get enough of the Young Turks? Well, then subscribe to the TYT's YouTube channel. What's the matter with you?